Hello, and welcome to The Elder Scrolls 3 Morrowind. Where to begin with this game? Morrowind was actually the first Let's Play I did on this channel, and the very first video I did on this channel was a Morrowind video, introductory video. I was mostly using it to test the recording software I was using at the time, and to test, all how the voice sounded with the game. It was mostly a test video, and I decided to try to do a let's play of it. It was very casual, and it was very, I don't know what the word is exactly, but it was very sort of, just, I think casual is the best word for it. Like, I remember, I think in a couple episodes I was just talking about school and stuff like that. Like, it was very, very relaxed and very, unfocused and sort of I don't want to say unscripted, because none of my series are really scripted, but I had no sort of no goal in mind with what I was doing with the series. It was just kind of, I was playing Morrowind, and I wanted to do more with the series, so I decided to reboot it, and that's what this video is. It's an introductory video to the new Morrowind series that I'm working on, and there's no gameplay in this video, so if you want to skip it, go ahead and head on into the gameplay videos. This is just a video to kind of introduce you a little bit to the character, and more so into the series and why I'm rebooting it and how I'm doing it. So this will be similar to the Skyrim Let's Play that I have right now, in the sense that it will be a role-play experience. It will be a character that I created, and he's gonna be I'm gonna be role-playing that character and doing my best not to break character. It's gonna be a little bit harder, I think, with Morrowind, because of the fact that there's really almost no voice acting, and that most of it is text dialogue. And I like reading the text dialogue that other characters give, because I feel like it gets in my head better. I absorb it better when I read it out loud, rather than just reading it in my head. But it's going to be, I guess, a little bit more difficult, in the sense that I have to read their dialogue and then respond with my character. But I think it'll work out okay. Morrowind's a great game, and I think if there's one good Elder Scrolls game, well, they're all good for this, but if there's one particularly good Elder Scrolls game to roleplay, it's Morrowind, because of the sense of adventure that it kind of instills. At least to me, it's very it's very dear to me, I guess I should say, because I don't know, when I play it, I just get this sense of, like, the world is so large, and I've got so many places to see, and I get that with all the Elder Scrolls games, but particularly with Morrowind for some reason. Maybe it's just nostalgia. But I especially just love the way characters actually give you directions, and you write down the directions, and you have to follow the directions, otherwise you might get lost. There's no, like, waypoints most of the time. There's no compass to show you where to go or what to do. The journal sometimes can be super cryptic in what it describes for you to do. There's so many choices. So I think in that sense Morrowind is particularly good to roleplay, as is Daggerfall. But that's for another video. So my character is called Telvin Nethrend, and like I said, I'm going to be role-playing him. He's an adventurer, and a little thing that's going to be a little different from the Skyrim Let's Play, for those of you who watch the Skyrim one, is I don't have a lot of those survival mods and things like that. The only mod I'm using is MGSO, the Morrowind Graphic and Sound Overhaul, which is the same one I was using on the previous Morrowind series, and it's awesome. I really love it. It makes the game look phenomenal, while still sort of maintaining the style of the original game. I do sort of miss the very narrow distance that you could see in Morrowind. The sort of, like, there was fog everywhere. I know it was mostly made that way because of system limitations at the time, but it sort of became part of the game for me, that, it was just foggy. Morrowind was just foggy, and I do kind of miss that when I'm playing with MGSO, but I think it's otherwise worth it. So whatever mods that comes with, I'll probably be using those. Like there's lots of like little mods that it kind of comes with, like little. Most of them are graphical. Like there's one that's like a function thing where you can toggle the sneaking rather than holding down the key the way it was in vanilla Morrowind. There's also a bit of a pickpocketing overhaul. It works the same way as it did in vanilla Morrowind, but the chances of doing it are a little different. It works a little bit better from what I read in the description, so I decided to go with that. But no other mods other than what comes with MGSO. So I won't have like eating and sleeping and drinking and cold weather mods and things like that. It will be a role play, and I will be trying to have my character rest when I see fit, or eat when I feel like he might be hungry. But it won't be something that's so game breaking the way it is in Skyrim if I don't do it. If I don't do it, I don't do it. It's just I'm gonna be trying to work it into the role play rather than having it be a necessity. You know what I mean? So that's a little different. But other than that, it will be a full-on role play, and I will be trying my best not to break character at any point throughout the series. I can't make that promise to be, perfect, but I'm going to try my best. A little bit about Telvin. Like I said, he's an adventurer, so he's sort of versed in several skills. His specialty is magic, mostly because his mentor and father figure was specialized in that kind of skill. But also because Telvin has a sort of a natural talent for that kind of skill. But by no means do I consider him to be a mage or a conjurer or sorcerer or anything like that. And he's going to be having to train other skills, some that he's used before and some that he's never used before, because he's undertaking this huge quest, and he's going to need every skill possible to be successful, I feel. Now Telvin is a very calm character, so he doesn't panic very easily. He's also not sort of like a tough guy character most of the time. He's just a very sort of relaxed character, and he can be rather spiritual, although he's not really that familiar with the Morrowind belief system because he has not been back to Morrowind. He was born in Aldrune and the Vardenfell district, but he has not been back to Morrowind since he was a baby. And that's all explained in a little intro video I made for the character. It's going to be in the first episode of the series. So I hope you guys enjoy that. It goes into a little more detail on the character itself. So he's not really in touch with the belief system, but it might be something that he becomes interested in because he's not sure why, but he is rather spiritual and in touch with the spiritual side. He loves wandering and exploring because that's mostly what he did for all the time he's been alive. He's just been sort of a wanderer and gone around, never really staying in one place for too long. And he's trained a lot in like the exploration skills, like being able to move quickly. But his skills are rather weak because even though his mentor taught him a lot of skills, he's never really been able to develop them on his own. He always depended too much on his mentor. So he's kind of thrown into the world on his own now, and he's going to have to learn these skills, sort of trial by fire. And that brings me to my sort of final point. I want to do as much as possible with this series. I want to do as many quest lines as possible and raise as many skills as possible and become the most developed character that turn him into the most developed character that he can be. Now, having said that, I'm gonna try to be avoiding all sorts of exploits because Morrowind is just full of exploits that you can do, and I'm gonna be trying not to do that. For example, I'm gonna be limiting what I can do with speechcraft rather than just being able to train speechcraft all on one person in one day by just clicking really fast. I'm going to be limiting that to a sort of realistic amount. I'm also going to be limiting the amount that he can sell and buy from a given merchant, because some merchants have automatically restocking goods. Like I remember one in particular, I think it's the Ajira from the Mages Guild in Balmora who restocks her Kwama eggs, I think. So you can just buy an infinite amount of Kwama eggs from her. I'm not going to be doing that kind of thing. I'm also going to be trying to limit my exploit of potions and spells, and because those can get pretty crazy in Morrowind. So I'm going to be avoiding that kind of stuff and trying to play in a way that will be rewarding and challenging at the same time, without really showing the game's exploits or showing or trying to make like a godlike character. I chose skills, major and minor skills for Telvin that I feel would be realistic within his situation, rather than what I consider to be, these are the skills that he has to have in order to be, the most powerful character possible. Because again, I will be developing the other skills. It'll just be harder. So I think that's going to be it for this video. I hope you guys enjoy the series, and I hope you enjoy the intro video that I created for Telvin, to introduce you to the character better. And I hope that those of you who watch this video enjoyed it, and I hope it gave you a little insight into how I'm going to be playing the series. So I think that about covers it, and enjoy Morrowind.